Hello everyone. Welcome to the first episode of Blank is Balanced. In this series I will be showing you how completely balanced some tanks are. Don't be surprised if you see a lot of Soviet tanks. They are just the most balanced vehicles ever made in World of Tanks. Just like the what the fuck E100, they are so balanced, and especially the T-54's hull armor, which is so easily penetrable even with AP, but you can use it very effectively, and the turret is also very balanced, and so are its seat rounds with 330mm of penetration, more than a tier 10 tank destroyer. Okay, is it obvious enough? This tank is dedicated to overpowered tanks performing way too well. This episode is the A-43's. Commonly overlooked in the Object 430 version 2 tech tree as a stinker and a painful experience. Fuck that. This tank in the right hands is an absolute monster. What is its playstyle, you may ask? Well, let me tell you. This tank is basically a better armored DPM monster Cromwell, which has the same or even better mobility, but is capped by its mediocre to high top speed limit. With my 2-skill crew from the T-2080 F-30, it has 1.98 seconds reload time and a whopping 1.8 second aim time with the accuracy of the motherfucking STG guard. It always has time to aim, and puts in its rounds very rapidly and reliably. Only downside is the penetration, which is a lowly 112. The mobility, as I've said, is godlike. It flies at 55 kilometers per hour, which isn't fantastic like the Cromwell's 64, but is still good for a medium. The engine is an amazing 600 horsepower, which you may be used to from, what's it called? I can't remember. I think it starts with a KV and continues with a 2.3 or starts with a T and ends with 150, but I just can't wrap my head around it. Yeah, the motherfucking KV2. And when you are half the weight with the same engine, it gives an amazing 21 horsepower to ton ratio. That is almost as good as the M41 90GF, also known as the Black Dog. Compared to the Cromwell, it still feels lacking, because the Fun Police has 23 compared to 21. So how is the A-43 more mobile? Well, my friend, it's 2 words: ground resistances. This tank has amazing ground resistances. Really, it reaches the 55 kilometer speed, and unless you want it to, it will not slow down. Also, the hull is very decent. If you are aware of game mechanics such as the 3x caliber rule, you can bounce the goddamn IS. Yes, it can bounce a 122mm shell like a boss. Just don't get cocky with your armor. It isn't that reliable. But if you do bounce a lonely IS who thinks he is hot shit, get his ass and start machine gunning it, you are very likely to get an engine fire and he'll be reloading for quite a time. Make him your bitch. Run circles around him. You can easily kill big, fat, slow and dumb heavies this way. And when you combine all these factors, what you get is an incredibly fast, fantastic scout with capabilities to defend itself greatly against even some higher tier opponents. Because of its camo compared to the Cromwells, it is basically the best passive and the second best active scout at tier 6. So to recap what happened up until now, I wanted to go into the middle, but since one of the main downsides of this tank is the not terrible, but actually pretty bad gun depression of 5 degrees, I decided that I can extend my view range from the castle, can provide support to those on the hill and spot people trying to come up the castle. Overall, the best position for this tank on Redshirt, if you spawn on the 17, is what I took. I spotted a jacked Panzer IV, and since he ignored me, one of the main advantages of this tank is the fact that it is looked at as a piece of shit, to be frank. Probably that is what the Panzer thought, and I heavily punished him for it by shooting his hull, and with this rate of fire I can easily perma-track him. From that around 40 degrees angle, my shells went into the hull through the tracks and locked him down. Then I wanted to support the hill, but the SP-1C was in a completely different line than my gun, so I decided to target the Su-100 rather. As the Type 64, who will be a crucial player later on, rushes the Su, I see the chance to attack, but not yet. I stay on the hill for just enough time to sneak a shot in. As the Su crests the ridge backwards, I reach the heat of the battle. I get the flank of the Su, and I'd frankly make a huge mistake that nearly backfired on me. I shoot before I completely get his sight, and I draw his attention on myself. Doesn't matter, I get to deal damage to him, but the kill is stolen from me. Then I see that a T-34, 85 meters, is peeking over the ridge and is ripping our team apart. One of the pigs The Su-8 is spotted, and I get a quick shot in before the enemy T-43 team kills the pig. I flank the T-43, but struggle to pin him. I find that his turret is weak, and I need to be farther away from him to have a chance of reliably pinning him. I run rings around him, but he knows he has to traverse the hull along with the turret to hit me. I use my ELCAMX skills and brake check him. He misses and I get to shoot him again. Sadly, with the momentum lost, I can't brake check him again, and I take a hit from him. Now the other Rotty is spotted, and I take him out and start working on an AFK Cromwell. An A-44 gets a hit into me. I see a brothers in arms opportunity and invite the Type 64. I try and get myself into the brawl again and find that cheeky cunt ARL-44 and bounce once, then kill him. With my newfound friend, I want him to get a kill and the two of us stay alive. But the KV-1S doesn't think so and kills him. Then I kill the KV-1S. I say in chat, Top Gun PLS, and rush to fight the IS. Now what I don't know is if the IS has got his ass or his gun in my direction and put my life on the line to flank. And he is aiming at me, and yeah, I die. After that the team hardly, but they managed to sweep up that lonely IS. So that was an ace tanker with 1.7k experience, and I made 40k credits, about 35k profit. And yes, I know that is a shitty picture I took with my phone, and this will be the format of the Z videos, so deal with it.